It's going. Hello everybody, my name is Abby, and you'll have to bear with me. I'm having some technical difficulties with my computer fan being super loud, so that's fun. Hopefully you can hear me. And this is part of my story for Story and Worship. So I hope that you enjoy listening to it. So here we go. Ever since I was little, I've been sick. Exhausted, listless, just sick. My parents even called me their sick, well child. Always sick. Nobody can ever find anything wrong. And as the situation in the church where my father was a pastor began to crumble, I started what has been a lifelong problem of hiding my illness so as not to burden the people around me. Then we moved, and I went through hell in my new school. Because of this, when I tried to reach out about my physical issues, I was met with deaf ears. They thought that I was making it up in order to get attention because I couldn't fit in at school and I was having problems. I actually had a teacher sit me down and tell me that I should stop doing so well in academics so I could fit in and stop feeling sick all the time. Yeah. During this time, my anger towards a world that did not understand, as well as my anger towards God and myself, just grew. Why would God give me all of this to deal with and then just leave me here with no way out? And how in the world could God love somebody who hurt herself so deeply on a daily, regular basis, and didn't know how to stop, or what was even starting it? Was I not good enough? Was I not fighting hard enough? What more could I possibly be doing? In junior high and high school, I started having stomach pain so bad that it would get so overwhelming that I would have to excuse myself from class, go into our public school bathroom, fall on the floor amongst the dirt, curl up in the fetal position, and just shake until I could get it under control again enough to go back to class and pretend like nothing was wrong. Now, I know that God was with me during that time because I could barely get out of bed in the morning, and yet He allowed me to excel in academics and extracurricular activities as well. So praise the Lord, because there's no way that I could have done that on my own. There's just no way. Towards the middle of junior high, beginning of high school, I started reaching out to people in my church and to others that I respected, just a little bit, just to see what would happen, and I got terrible answers. Have you talked to God about this? Well, yeah, every night since I can remember. Maybe you should pray more, and God gives His toughest battles to His strongest warriors are two of the worst things you can ever say to anyone who's going through a chronic illness, so please, please don't say those things. Just to let you know. They're not helpful. Because I was able to get out of bed in the morning and to go through my school day and hide it so well, I just kept hiding, and I kept going further and further into hiding what was truly wrong with me. Eventually, towards later high school, I started passing out in public. I could not hide it anymore. The illness was just overtaking my body 24/7, and even though I kept most of it hid, there were still parts of it that I could not hide anymore. Passing out, throwing up, bleeding, bruising, spacing out, all sorts of really horrible things that I couldn't keep inside and I couldn't keep to myself anymore. And I felt like a failure. I felt like I'd let God down. And God gave me two amazing friends during that time who told me that talking about it was not failing, it was doing something. God wouldn't want me to be sad and lonely and sick. He would want me to reach out and get help if it was available. And honestly, they gave me the strength to start going through all of the doctors that I went through again. Now, I went through doctor after doctor and specialist after specialist to be misdiagnosed and to be given pills that just messed with my body, and it was truly a terrible time. Now, my senior year of high school, a doctor fitted me with a heart monitor for 2 months, and then proclaimed that I had postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, a form of dysautonomia. Now that means that my autonomic nervous system, the one that you actually cannot consciously control, you have no say over it, was just messed up, and it still is. And through a friend in our church who was in contact with a lead POTS researcher and specialist. I got in to see him within a matter of months, and for the first time in my life I was being listened to and helped. Praise the Lord. Now since then I've gone through a lot of setbacks health-wise. I do have POTS, but I also have 2 other chronic illnesses that I am trying to deal with. My body keeps getting worse. In March I'm going up to Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, 4 straight days of medical tests to hopefully shed some light on what's going on. I'm told I might be dying. I'm told I might be fighting with my body for the rest of a very long life. And I'm also told that I might grow out of it and it might all just go away. But no matter what happens, I know that God will be there for me. He's been there for me in the past, giving me amazing friends in upper high school and definitely in college, and just being with me and helping me to get out of bed in the morning, every morning, and giving me grace that just surpasses my understanding. So that's part of my story. I hope you all enjoyed listening, and I look forward to hearing all of yours. God bless.